Hello, my name is Sxip Shirey, and I'm the composer for Ocean Filibuster. For lack of better terms, I'm an experimental composer, which means just that I try to find new things that delight me. I often start with a keyboard or a guitar, and I always start with my favorite objects. I call it cooking with good ingredients. For Ocean Filibuster, I'm using breath sounds, and I'm using little bell sounds. I call these sound objects. So part of my strategy as a composer is I'm an object-oriented composer. Use the objects around me, the things I can touch, as musical instruments. In the same way that I can walk into the woods and hear harmony and movement and repeated lines of things in my natural environment. Maybe there's a song and you only hear this once, but it's like a pebble in the pond and wakes up your brain. I like sounds that breathe, like here's a shruti box. It's a South Asian instrument that is used to create a drone for singers to sing, but it breathes. This play is a hard play to perform because it's a one-hander with a chorus. So you have one actor playing two characters that are at odds with each other, Mr. Majority and O. It's really natural for me to use breath and water sounds and that kind of breathing quality in all my music. The music for O, the ocean needs breath sounds, needs to come from a very direct and very sincere place, even if it gets abstract. But Mr. Majority needs something else. Mr. Majority has the corporate machine behind him, and he's presenting with you from the catalog of the corporate machine. When he sings and things come at you, you actually need them to be genre identifiable. So I really like using sound effects and Foley effects folded into the music. I like confusing sound design and music. For Ocean Filibuster, this has been a great tool for me. This is a slide whistle. It is a common Foley object. You have heard it. By Foley, I mean the things that a live person manipulates for a soundtrack or a play. I love using bells. Bells are in all my compositions. This is one of my favorite new purchases. This is a Norland bundt cake, antique aluminum bundt cake pan. Listen to this. That makes me ridiculously happy. This is a marble, and this is a glass bowl. And you have to get antique Pyrex, as I have learned. In fact, I would say that's true with all kitchen implements. The older stuff sounds more melodic, and you realize that kitchens used to have this musicality that, they don't anymore. But listen to this, marble, glass bowl. This is a resophonic guitar. It is strings on a bridge that's set into what looks like a upside down pie plate. It's a spun aluminum cone. This is a mechanical amplifier. The body isn't really resonating. It's this mechanical amplifier that's resonating. So it has all these interesting overtones. Resophonic guitars were made when big bands were getting bigger, and basically the guitarists would just sit there and comp the chords. And I love using it for songwriting because it's a little different It sounds like it's in between an acoustic guitar, an electric guitar, and a trash can. As a composer, I'm also, especially in a theatrical context, I'm trying to give the listener a good tool to decode and have an emotional experience and an intellectual experience with the play. When I'm doing a play, there is nothing that takes more time than writing a good song. This is a song I'm still working on for the play. It's called Radiolaria. I was given a list of phytoplankton and microscopic plants and creatures that are in the ocean that are important. I was told to make a song out of it. And it was like most songs when you're working with a playwright, it's a bit of a puzzle. There's a point where Katie and Lisa asked a scientist if you could let people know something about these microscopic organisms, what would it be? And the scientist said that it's enough that they're beautiful. And that just, it put tears in my eyes, because it is enough that they're beautiful. We're forced to justify beauty in this culture at all times. So this song is called Radiolaria because it sounds like the title of a song. I think it was inspired by David Bowie. And if I sing it high, the pyrocystes can be you can hear that, but my voice won't do that. So I'm going to sing it an octave lower, and I think it's more like magnetic fields. Pyrocystes can be bioluminescent. They look like tiny crescent moons. Radiolaria, related to amoebas. They live in glass-like shells and float on little needles. The corathon is a diatom. Keeps to itself and makes oxygen, and when it reproduces, it's alone. It's alone. Isn't it enough that they are beautiful? Just stand back and wonder at their design. Isn't it enough? They are beautiful. Just stand back and wonder. The delicate shells of the Leoloma unite in a fan of colonies. Sea angels hunt, sea butterflies in a sky of coroplasts and spiral chains and baby brittle stars. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And when it ends, the unnamed are still emerging.